Yo, what's up, y'all? It's Kode Donal here, and today we got a full recap of Secret Wars 2015. It's gonna be a long video, so make sure you go grab your snacks. I'm talking spicy and sweet, the purple bag of Doritos, mango Arizona, and wild berry trolley gummies. If you know, you know. Well, on that note, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on TikTok too. And yeah, hope y'all enjoy the video. Yo, what up, y'all? Today we're following up on what the maker is up to, which also leads into Secret Wars, so there's gonna be a whole lot of info in this video. I'm gonna try to summarize it the best way I can, but let's get right into it. Sometime after that battle with Galactus, the maker is recruited by Nick Fury to help him rebuild S.H.I.E.L.D. because now the maker is sort of a good guy, but the maker's been capping to Nick Fury's face this whole time. He's still evil. He tells himself there's no going back. After all that killing, you can't just go back to being a good guy. And down in his secret base, the maker was the first person in Universe 1610 to learn about incursions. You'll learn what that is later in this video. But bro has been destroying worlds, 67 to be exact. The city informs him that yesterday there were hundreds of thousands of universes remaining in the multiverse. But as of today, there are less than 24, aka somebody has been wiping them out at a high rate. He like, that's interesting. So later he pulls up on an incursion that's about to happen in 3 minutes. And when he arrives on the scene, he looks up to see a world right above him. At that same moment, somewhere else, Namor pulls up on Black Panther. T'Challa? I have something for you, Namor. What exactly you planning on doing with that knife? And Black Panther stabs him in the chest. You dare? You dare to think you could kill me with a knife? No. I just put that blade where it's supposed to go. That's not what's going to kill you. And Black Panther steps aside and Black Bolt takes his place. Oh shit, Black Bolt, what are you? Farewell! He lets out a scream on Namor in point blank range, making him fall off this helicarrier, leaving Namor on an alternate world. And to finish the job, Black Panther presses a button and blows that shit up. The gang asks him, where's Namor? He's not coming. We then see Namor's POV. When he drops down on this world, there's a whole nother crew here too. It's the Cabal, basically the evil version of the Illuminati. So they left Namor here to die with them. They're like, what the hell, is that Namor? Namor tells them they're about to be cooked until they learn that an incursion is about to happen on this world. So they plan on jumping from this one into the other one. So when that explosion happened, they didn't die. Instead, they hopped from that random universe into Universe 1610. They crash onto the floor and they look up to see a random man standing there. That man is Reed Richards, aka the Maker. Well, isn't this fascinating? The Maker realized how ruthless and efficient the Cabal was at destroying worlds, so he teamed up with him. The Maker and Thanos on the same side is crazy. After the Maker learns that the main Universe 616 and the Ultimate Universe 1610 are most likely gonna be the last two incursions. So the Maker goes to convince Nick Fury that they gotta attack 616 to survive. They try to explain everything to him, but they think it's better if they just show him. Yo, what the hell, is that another Earth? Yup, and if we don't attack them, we're cooked. Thanos even chimes in. Them heroes from my Earth are the greatest heroes you'll ever see. We must kill them first. Nick Fury like, I bet it's either us or them. So he rallies up all his soldiers and they launch a full-scale attack on Earth 616. Now let's rewind back to why this is all happening. So basically a group of godlike aliens have a plan to destroy the multiverse for some sick type of experiment. They use the molecule man of each universe as a bomb to destroy that world. And this is what their work looks like. It's an incursion. Dr. Doom ended up finding out about the Beyonders' plan, so he decided to team up with Molecule Man. Molecule Man is aware that the Beyonders use him as a bomb in all the universes, because all his counterparts share a single consciousness. He's not different throughout each universe like everybody else. Dr. Doom messed up their plan by destroying the worlds himself before the Beyonders, so he's the one that's been causing these incursions to happen quicker. He's looking at this situation like if everything's gonna be destroyed, he's leaving here with something. And at last, he finally stands face to face with the Beyonders. We are beyond, dreamers, destroyers. All of reality our women, who dare stand before us? I, Doom. Doom tells them he's been trolling them, destroying universes to mock them. Doom, for the short life left of everything. Men and women will weep at the stories of what was done to you here today. And I say that no one will ever hear the word Beyonder again, for I will erase your name from history. Using Molecule Man, Doom absorbed all the power of the Beyonders. But that's not the only thing he did, because in the process he destroyed all the other worlds, leaving only two standing, Earth 616 and 1610. A bright white light shines before Dr. Doom, Molecule Man, and Doctor Strange. Back to the battle, the heroes from both worlds are about to go at it. While that's going on, Reed is loading people up into his life raft and getting it prepared for takeoff. Outside, the end of the world is happening. Heroes are saving civilians, fighting is going on, Sentinels even pull up, it's looking crazy. Nightcrawler peeps a big ass dome. Yo, what the hell is that? That's the Maker's city, and Miles Morales finds it on accident. What the hell? The Maker launched a second attack wave, and down in the city, the villains are watching the end of the world in 4K. They're drinking beers, they're having a blast, until the Punisher walks in with the Glockianas. Even though the world's about to end, he's still finna get rid of those bullets. Also, Cyclops found the Phoenix Force and took control of it again. The world is literally dying around them. So Manifold, who's on Reed's life raft, uses his powers to teleport anyone he can on the ship. He takes Star-Lord, Jane Foster, Spider-Man, Captain Marvel. He's teleporting everyone he can. And last second, he even grabs Cyclops. With everyone inside, they finally take off. At this rate, they're barely gonna make it out in time. The life raft starts rumbling. Captain Marvel's like, that don't sound good, cause outside the ship is taking mad damage. A lightning bolt hits the back of the ship, and a piece of the raft breaks off. That piece was holding Sue, Johnny, the Thing, and Reed's kids. Reed watches as they fall into nothingness. He tries to grab them, but there's nothing he can do. No! They're gone, Reed. T'Challa, get the shield back up. That's tough. Then right after, Earth 616 and 1610 collide, leaving completely nothing afterwards. R.I.P. the main Marvel universe and the Ultimate Universe, as they're nothing now. But it's not over yet, as Doom, with his new godlike powers, took pieces of the other worlds and combined them together to make a new world called Battleworld. All these places from different worlds are jumbled together, and this is where shit gets crazy. So boom, the chapter kicks off with a Thor variant trying to lift the hammer. After a little bit of struggling, he finally lifts it up. Old man Thor like, good shit, you're worthy. We then see that the room is filled with a whole lot of Thors, because they're a part of the Thor Corps, aka the police force of Battleworld. And lifting the hammer is the final test to join. Young Thor's like, what do we do now? You bend the knee, brother, for God is watching. They worship their All-Father, God Emperor Doom. All the Thors celebrate as they just gained a new member. Old man Thor tells young Thor a story about how God Doom created their world. Them and everyone else on Battleworld believes that Doom created all of existence and that things were always like this. We then cut to the kingdom of Utopolis, and there we see members of the Future Foundation, the smartest kids in the Marvel universe. And they're not really buying the origin of the universe they were told, because they seen a megaton of evidence that shows this world isn't natural. After Alex searches through the area for a little bit, they discover something interesting. They found one of the life rafts that were used to escape the end of the world. Mr. Fantastic, Spider-Man, and Cyclops should all be inside. We cut back to Old Man and Young Thor, who are heading to Bar Sinister with an order to arrest Mr. Sinister. He's the Baron of this kingdom. Last video I told y'all that Battleworld is made up of different places across the multiverse. Basically, a Baron is the ruler of one of those kingdoms / universes. But they're all still under Doom, of course. Back to the situation, they grab Sinister and they teleport him to the castle of Doom. Bro has Galactus standing outside his castle as some type of prop. That's crazy. And inside we see God Emperor Doom dripped out in all white, sitting on his throne, the Tree of Yggdrasil. Sinister is on trial for aligning himself with the Baron of Utopolis Hyperion in opposition to Higher Avalon. Baron's teaming up is a violation of Doom law. The person accusing Mr. Sinister is Jamie Braddock. Dr. Strange has seen enough evidence and finds Mr. Sinister guilty. But Sinister is like, hell nah, and chooses to meet his accuser in the arena. No more lawsuit bullshit. Let's settle this with the hands. Jamie Braddock's like, I bet. But Sinister doesn't want him. He wants his brother, Brian. And he's 100% down to fight, cause Sinister was talking shit about his wife. So they both get in the ring and square up. Sinister jumps at him ready to smack him in the face. But the fight is over in 2 seconds, cause Brian sliced off his head. Shawty right here is like, oh my God. But the maestro is like,
You can't beat Sinister that easy.
Cause getting his head chopped off is not enough for bro. His healing factor is too OP. And he gets up with no head, hitting Brian with a combo, laying him on his back. And he gets ready to hit him with the killing blow. But he is stopped by Doom.
All of you, on your knees.
And everybody does so ASAP. Doom doesn't care about their petty squabbles. The real reason Doom even allowed all of this is because he heard a rumor that in Higher Avalon, people are plotting to cast him down from his throne. And one name he hears going around is Braddock. He tells Brian to tell him where these people are and to tell him right now. I'm sorry, I don't know where it is. He doesn't like Brian's answer and declares him useless. And he's ready to destroy the kingdom of Higher Avalon and the royal Braddock family. Until his brother Jamie chimes in like, Doom, wait! It's not my brother. It was me. I'm the one they were talking about. So Dr. Strange gets ready to arrest him. Doom's like, nah, we not arresting nobody. One of my barons betrayed me. We're gonna publicly eliminate his entire family. But before that can happen, Susan Storm tells Doom to have mercy. He touches her hand like, yes, Susan, of course. Making a new reality and taking your main ops family is nasty work. They decide that Jamie's punishment is to send him to the Shield, which is basically like getting sent to the Washington Wizards. You're cooked. After doing that, they elevate his younger brother Brian to the position of Baron. Valeria pulls Dr. Strange for a chat. She lets him know everything about the life raft that was discovered. While they're talking, we see Franklin playing with Galactus. Dr. Strange tells Valeria he's gonna send some agents to close off the site. Tell your team to get up out of there. I'ma handle it from here. We see Old Man and Young Thor escorting Jamie to the Shield. It's a big ass wall on some Game of Thrones Attack on Titans type shit. He suits up wearing all this new gear. They tell him it's time and he jumps off. And down there we see a symbiote walking right towards him. He runs up on it, slicing it in half. But that's not the only threat down there. There's a lot more symbiotes, the Annihilation Wave, Marvel Zombies, and worst of all, Ultron AIs. Basically, bro is cooked. So Old Man and Young Thor head back to Castle Doom to report to Doctor Strange. They let him know they got the job done. Doctor Strange tells them they can't clock out yet. They got one final job. They're ordered to quarantine the life raft. So they get all the info they need and head out. We learn that they only quarantine things that will cause a loss in believers. They want nobody to remember the world that was before. One of the workers are very curious about what's inside. They're so curious they open up the raft. Stop! So much aura is coming out the raft. Oopsies, it opened. Stay back. What is it? What's in there? What do you see? My goddamn grave. Go! He tells everybody to dip right before he's impaled with a spear. Go now. Tell the sheriff that we found death here. Fly, brother, fly! Young Thor flees the scene while old Thor powers up his hammer for one final attack. But he can't do shit because he's hit with an axe. Then a spear goes through his head, killing him. This wasn't the raft of the heroes. This was the life raft of the villains, aka the Cabal. Thanos walks out.
Like, what is this place?
The Maker is right behind him and he's confused trying to figure out what this place is. Cause from all his readings, this place doesn't make sense. They find a worker who is trying to escape. Thanos chokes him and starts interrogating him.
Perhaps this creature can tell me where we are.
This is Doom's world, which he made to test both the faithful and the unforgiven. He made this shit with his own hands.
I want a name, you useless feeble worm.
This place? The Highborn call it Latverion. Believers call it God's kingdom. But everyone else, we common folk, we call it something else. We call it Battleworld. Chapter kicks off with Doctor Strange giving God Emperor Doom a rundown on everything going down on Battleworld. Doom is like, why the hell are you telling me all this info that isn't really a big deal? Shit, what you mean? We gotta know everything cause danger to the throne could come from anywhere. You might be omnipotent, but you're not omniscient. Doom is like, alright bruh. And during their convo, we find out that Strange was offered the powers of the Beyonder before Doom. So he could have been God, but he didn't want that shit, so Doom got it instead. Strange just likes to play his role as the right-hand man, guarding Battleworld, cause this is all they got left. There's no more multiverse. But their convo is interrupted when Strange gets an alert that the people inside that raft escaped, aka the Cabal. So he pulls up over there ASAP and sees old man Thor is clapped. Damn, shit looking rough out here. The Cabal are nowhere to be found. They dipped up out of there. So he uses his third eye to try to locate them. This isn't his normal third eye. This is one that was gifted to him by Doom. It allows him to see if people are of this world. He finds out whoever was in this raft, they're not from here. Young Thor, how many were there? I don't really know for sure because old man Thor told me to dip, but I know there's more than a few. Better Ray Bill searched the area and tells Strange that there's either 6 or 7 people out there, and they gotta be fast and strong because they killed one of the strongest Thor variants, that old ass man. Strange like, how far you think they got? If I had to guess, they're probably 500 leagues away by now. Strange tells him, I bet, go out 500 leagues and go and find them. And I know they killed one of your mans, so I know you real mad right now, you hot, but I need you to bring one back alive. Cause God Doom will have some questions. After hearing that, they head out. Strange tells young Thor, you finna go too? He like, nah, this is my first day on the job. It's not supposed to be like this. Bro's having the worst first day of all time. While they stand there, Doctor Strange yells at the raft, I know somebody is in there. Go ahead and come out. Let's go, don't make me come in there. It's revealed to be Spider-Man, AKA Miles Morales. Okay, you got me, but I come in peace, okay? Look, I have no idea what happened or what's going on. Last thing I remember doing is sneaking on a ship, but it wasn't my ship. It was the ship of these bad guys, and they were wearing bad guy clothes. I'm like, bro, who the hell even wears that shit? But back to the point, Strange is shook because he realizes Miles Morales remembers everything. We then cut to Doom talking to his wife, Sue. She lets him know that she misses her brother so much. And we find out that Doom made Johnny the son of Battleworld in the early days for going against him. That's tough. Sue tells Doom that he should go down to his people and show them who he is, rather than be separated from them. But Doom is like, no,
I can't do that.
Then he starts hitting her with sad riz.
I'm beginning to think in my perfect world, I am the only flawed one. I'm a trash ass god. Maybe I should have removed myself from this world after I made it. I just suck so much.
That shit is working cause Sue starts comforting him. She takes off his mask, revealing his ugly ass face. Bro has all the power in the world, but this is one thing he can't fix.
You want the people to see this?
To see what I see. A god that loves his people. We then cut to Strange, Spider-Man, and Thor, who teleport to the hidden isle of Agamotto, his sanctum sanctorum that no one else in this world can see. Even Doom can't see this place. Doctor Strange found the other raft a long time ago and stored it here, but never did nothing with it because he didn't know what it was. He was in space during the whole incursion shit, so he never knew they built this. So he tells young Thor to open it up just like they did the other one. And when he does, we see 616 Spider-Man, Star-Lord, Jane Foster's Thor, and Captain Marvel. Are we there yet? Miles sees Peter and he's like, hey!
Donal, that's you!
And they go chat it up, while Captain Marvel walks up on Doctor Strange like, last thing I remember, the world was ending. How the hell are you here, Strange? He looks at Captain Marvel unsure if that's his Captain Marvel from 616. He's like, I'm not really sure if you're my Captain Marvel, But anyways, are you guys the only ones that survived? She like, nah, we got a few more. Cyclops with the full power of the Phoenix Force pops out. Reed's right behind him with Black Panther. Unbelievable. Is that really you, Steven? And he confirms to Strange they're from his world. Oh my God, the Illuminati gang is here. It's good to see you. How the hell did you survive the collapse? Where are we? It's a long ass story. But y'all built this raft? This shit tough. It wasn't perfect though. We lost a few people. He lost a few people. And we see that Reed is still fucked up because he lost his wife, his kids, Johnny, and the Thing. To him, that happened a few minutes ago. To everyone in that raft, it's only been 1 hour. But to Doctor Strange, 8 years went by. Strange then explains to them what Battleworld is and how God created it. Reed is hearing all this shit and he's like, who the hell is this God you're talking about? It's Doom, Reed. Victor saved us all. Every single one of them are in disbelief. Steven, how long ago did you find our raft? Shit, 3 years ago. I suppose I knew there was something of great consequence inside, but I had to weigh that against other things. Victor Van Doom is God, rules over everything in this world, and yet you had to weigh that against other considerations? What else in the world could matter so much that you left us here buried alive, Steven? Explain it to me. It's easy to explain, Reed. He's very good at playing God. We then cut to the Cabal eating food in front of a campfire. While they grub, they talk about how weird this world is and how maybe they should have kept that old ass Thor alive to answer their questions.
There is no need for mercy and no need to regret anything. The answers will find us. I know it.
And how do you know that, Thanos?
Because I am looking up.
And we see that mad members of the Thor Corps pulled up on them. It kicks off with the Thor Corps squabbling with the Cabal, but the Thor Corps isn't really a threat for the Cabal. They're handling them with ease. We cut to Doctor Strange giving the heroes a deep explanation of Battleworld. After he tells them long may Doom wear the crown. They're like, bro, what the hell? Do you hear yourself? Reed looks at Doctor Strange asking how did it happen? So Strange tells him when him, Doom, and Molecule Man were standing before the Beyonders. Before this situation, Reed told Strange that he thinks somebody is behind all this. So Strange tells him he was right the whole damn time. The Beyonders were trying to wipe out the multiverse, so they stopped them. Doctor Strange looked at the godlike power, but declined it. But Doom, he took it and saved the world. And now Strange serves him. Miles like, damn, so is my world gone? My family, where they at? Not all of it, but some small bits remain. Like your New York City, we still got that. We also got a small portion of Wakanda. Cyclops has a question for Strange. If you had the power, if you had the means, if you were the one playing God and the world you want is not the one you have, don't you have the responsibility to burn it down and rise up something better? Isn't that the real burden that comes with the kind of power Doom has? Isn't it the burden of power I have? That's something I would never, but they get interrupted because young Thor gets an alert on his hammer. Their attention is needed somewhere else. It's not looking too good for the Thor Corps. They're dropping like flies. So the bored Thor teleports to God Emperor Doom. There's so much chaos going on outside. Oh, Father, we need your guidance. Doom's like, alright, bruh, let me see what's going on with my own eyes. So they head to the surveillance room, and bored Thor shows him what's going on in 4K. Doom asks Valeria, what you think? She tells him that Thor is right. The outcome is difficult to predict. Pops, what do you see? To Doom, it looks like mortals are just going at it again. They're just gnats. This is not really something he worries about. Sue's like, I don't know, you might be underestimating them. Even my force fields couldn't withstand the hammers. Maybe you should intervene. He's like, nah, that won't be necessary. Look again. And we see that Doctor Strange has arrived to the battlefield with the heroes behind him. To Doom, he still doesn't see anything out the ordinary. But he does think to himself, there's something familiar about this shit. Victor, look here. Doom and Sue see Reed Richards. I don't know what it is about this one, but there's something different about him. Something special. Doom is shook. I spent years looking for some version of you, but I could never find shit. And now you appear before me. He tells Susan, I'll be right back, and teleports to the battlefield.
Richards!
Is he talking to me? I don't really care for his tone. No, but he's certainly not talking to you. So it's true. It really is you, isn't it, Victor? It's amazing. An artificial construct of reality. A world where there should be nothing. Look at what you made.
Yes, I did what you all could not. I saved the unsavable in the face of total annihilation.
I can't help but notice you decided to put yourself on a throne. Yeah, we're all absolutely shocked by that. Just floored.
A throne? I had a throne for quite some time. The throne was my birthright. I placed myself a good bit higher than that.
Have you? I have my doubts. If one plays at being a god, one would not shy away from saying it.
I am God.
And Doom explodes the ground under everybody.
You guys will bend your knee and believe in me, for this world is mine.
Cyclops, infused with the Phoenix Force power, jumps in front of Doom, attacking him. That heat is burning bro up. In the end, you're just like every other man, for a time playing at something greater than what you are. And I am mutant, more than man. I am the future here in the present. And all worlds, even yours, belongs to us. This planet is ours. This planet is mine. Doom shuts his ass up and starts choking him. Strange already knows what time it is, and he starts preparing some type of spell. Doom lifts Cyclops off the ground by his neck.
That future you speak of is a dream, boy. And now that dream is over.
And he snaps Cyclops' neck, killing him. And at that exact moment, Strange teleports everybody out of there.
Where did you send them, Steven?
I scattered them into the wind.
Why?
Because we both know what was about to happen. They would have refused to bow before you, and then you would have felt compelled to eliminate such behavior with prejudice. I couldn't allow that. Those people, they're my dogs from the old world. We did many great things together.
Have you and I not done great things together, old friend?
Of course we have, but I won't have anything to do with this.
Call them back.
No.
You will not test me, Steven.
I didn't even tell him what you've done. I'm sure he's going to be hard at work solving the problem of you. How much harder do you think Reed Richards is going to try when he finds out you stole his entire life? Look at you. Even with all that power, you're still afraid of him. Well, you know what, old friend? I think you should be. Doom hears all that shit talk and kills Dr. Strange on the spot. Literally evaporated his ass. Then he hit us with the slimiest stare down of all time. Bro, it's hot. It starts off with a big funeral for Dr. Strange. The Thor Corps, Doom, and his family are all there to pay their respects. All the Thors say that Strange was the most worthy of Valhalla. They was all rocking with bro. Franklin looks at the statue and says he's gonna get his lick back on whoever killed Strange. They have no idea Doom was responsible for this shit. Later at night, Doom finds Valeria still at Strange's statue. She's sad as hell, and this whole situation isn't adding up to her. She wonders why the people that killed Strange aren't dead. Like, how the hell did they escape God Doom's judgment? She's like, that was your best friend. No way you let his murderers walk. Doom tells her no one escaped.
I'm mad as shit right now. If I were to crash out, I would probably destroy the world. So you will find them and I will show you what real judgment looks like.
She's not buying that answer. She wants to know what really happened out there. She knows something unexpected happened. They have a moment of silence. Then he basically tells her, no more questions.
I need you to find these people. I need you to catch them, and I need you to do it without asking any more questions. Are you the daughter of Doom, capable of all things?
Yes, sir.
Then find them.
And she goes to do just that. Doom looks at that statue and says,
damn you, Steven.
Then walks into this cave under Castle Doom. This place is what's left of the end of the multiverse, an all-white blank room. And we learn that this is where Molecule Man has been the whole time. He asks Doom if he brought him some grub. Bro's hungry as shit down here.
Nah, my bad, I forgot. But there's something else I need to let you know. Stephen Strange is dead.
Well now, isn't that a surprise? Was it cancer? It's always cancer.
No, his self-doubt killed him.
Interesting, surprising, unexpected even. How is that possible? Because he knew. He was there. He saw it.
He was only there at the end, Mr. Reese. And even I was not there at the start. In the beginning, it was just you and them.
No, it was just them. The Lords of the White Light, the Beyonders. They built whole universes. Random ideas given form. They tested them. They twisted life into every shape possible. they pushed it as far as it could go. And then they got bored with life and started loving the idea of death. So they made me, Molecule Man, a bomb built to destroy the multiverse. It was a good plan. The Beyonders, they really know their stuff. But the Beyonders forgot I had a choice. And my choice was you, Doom. I chose you to kill lots and lots of me's. And we built a religion of black swans around that idea. But all that still wasn't enough to prevent the end of the multiverse. And shit was tricky until Strange joined them right before the end. While the black swans were busy killing lots of me's, we built a better me, a better bomb. We couldn't stop the Beyonders from destroying everything, but we could draw them out. And that's when we destroyed them and stole their power. And Strange decided that you should be God. But now Steven is dead, gone, goodbye. Doom tells Molecule Man that he's the one that killed Strange.
I had no choice.
Molecule Man's like, you thought I ain't know? I can smell the guilt on you. He tells Doom that he might have just started their downfall. Doom, you know if something happens to you, say farewell to this world too. You're the one holding this shit together. This is so exciting, I can't wait to see what happens next. Also, Doom, next time bring me something to eat. We then catch up with Valeria, who's having a meeting with the Future Foundation. She brought them all together to let them know what job they gotta get done, aka finding the bad people who are a threat to their kingdom. Hey, we gotta lock in, so no more games. After doing some research, these little ass kids find out that Strange's energy spiked when these people were teleported away, letting him know that he was the one responsible for this. They're confused as shit, wondering why he would send them away, but they're all determined to find out why. We then learn that Jane Foster was teleported to Doomguard with the Thor core. Namor and Black Panther are in Egyptia, and this is the first time they've seen each other since Black Panther tried to kill him. Captain Marvel is in Bar Sinister, and she is brought before Mr. Sinister. And Proxima Midnight is right in front of Castle Doom. Valeria is talking to her crew in the background. We're gonna take this all the way to the end of the line, no matter where it goes. I'll handle any noise from the throne, but from now on, what we learn stays with us. Understand? I want to know what really happened. I want to know who these people are. I want to know where they disappeared to. I want to know what they're capable of. And more than anything else, we have to find out what they want and why it scares God so badly. At the end, we see that Thanos is at the shield. If y'all don't remember, this is where the Ultron AI, the Marvel zombies, the symbiotes are all at, aka the worst place you could have possibly been sent to. 3 weeks later, Valeria tells Doom that they couldn't find any of the rebels anywhere. The only luck they had was Apocalypse stumbling across Proxima Midnight and Corvus Glaive. Black Swan, a surviving member of his religious cult before Battleworld, lets him know of this. Doom asks Valeria if she knows anything of the rebels' plans. She's like, I'm sorry, Pops, but I don't know where the hell they are or what they're doing. Meanwhile, at the Foundation, Alex found the source of Doom's power, and he lets Valeria know that she's standing right on it. The Foundation has also been finding these random ass drones. These drones are coming from Project 42, and it's here we see that 616 Reed and 1610 Reed has been building them. The Maker and Mr. Fantastic are working together, but they don't really see eye to eye. The Maker wants to kill Doom, but Mr. Fantastic isn't really liking that idea because what's gonna happen to the world after? We also learn that the Maker has a side project called the Prophet. It's raising an army of endless Doom deniers, and they're marching to Doom's throne. The Maker tells Mr. Fantastic he's not gonna tell him everything about his secret plan, so let's get back to focusing on killing Doom. I already told you, man, I'm not ready to consider that. You know, I look at your face, which is my face, and I see the age on it. And I wonder how it became so sentimental, so soft, so weak. It's easy, Reed. When you learn to care about things other than yourself. You mean things like this? And he shows him his family that's now with Doom. Reed doesn't like the sight of that, but he locks in and tells the Maker their main focus should be determining how Reed possesses this godlike power. How the hell we finna do that? Oh, I got a plan. I got my guys working on it right now. Miles and Peter are at Castle Doom. Reed gave them a device that tracks down Doom's power source. When they arrive in front of the trapdoor, they run into Valeria, cause just like them, she's looking for Doom's power source. Holy crap, Val, is that really you? She doesn't have a clue who Peter is. She grabs the tracking device out his hand. Obviously built by the same person who made the drones. Might as well have signed their name on it. This is embarrassing. Who built this? Reed Richards? Never heard of that guy. Doesn't matter anyways. Just tell him this is trash work. He should get his act together. Sure, you coming in with us? Valeria's been thinking about it, and she's not trying to go inside. Miles like, why not? She already has a lot of shit going on, and if she finds out her pops isn't who he says he is, she's not sure if she could handle it. After all, she's just a kid. But before Miles and Peter walk in, she asks them if they killed Stephen Strange. Nah, of course not. Right, I didn't think so. And she lets them through. They walk into the white room and hear somebody say, "Hello, Spider-Man." Who the hell is— Oh boy, it's Owen Reese, the Molecule Man. That's me. Did you bring me something to eat? Damn, I didn't know there would be someone down here. But lucky for them, Miles had a cheeseburger stuffed in his suit. I have to have it. How did you forget you had a hamburger in your pocket? We've been busy. It's a hamburger. So you're telling me you had an 8-year, 3-week-old hamburger? I don't think the suspended animation counts. Okay, so that's a 3-week-old hamburger. You right, maybe he shouldn't eat that. But Molecule Man is already grubbing. So good. Now I feel so much better. Molecule Man already knows why they're here. They're looking for the source of Doom's power. He lets the Spider-Man know they're looking right at him. Back at Castle Doom, he finds out about the Prophet. He tells all the Barons to dispose of that pretender. After that meeting, Mr. Sinister looks back like, what should we do? It's revealed he's talking to Captain Marvel. I have some ideas, but you first. God Doom wants me to send my army to dispose of these non-believers. Maybe I could send less? Boom, she cracks him in the mouth. Or I could send everyone because I'm a good boy. Boom, she cracks him again. Wait, I got it. I know what we should do. Let's be naughty. Now you're talking.
What do you mean by that?
We then see that Black Panther and Namor are actually working together, and they made it to the Isle of Agamotto. They're surprised they made it this far without killing each other. You are the king of ashes now, Namor, and I am the king of the dead. There's nothing left to fight over, nothing behind us, and only the new world before us. It's just a door, T'Challa, and a locked one at that. But Doctor Strange actually gave Black Panther the key, so they walk right in. A hologram of Strange pops up, so Black Panther says the secret code, Illuminatus. Then 2 legendary items are unlocked. Namor picks up the artifact that will allow him to transport to wherever he wants to go, as well as transform the traveler in a manner befitting their true potential. And the item that Black Panther was blessed with was the Infinity Gauntlet, and he puts that shit on. We then cut to Thanos at the shield, talking to the wall, who's actually the Thing. God Doom needed someone to keep the nightmares out, so he chose Ben Grimm. Thanos tells him that what he's doing right now is not worth it.
I'm telling you that your God put you here to keep you out the way, because he fears you, just as he feared the Torch, and cast them out as well. You see, I know a secret. I know who you really are, Ben Grimm. You're a warrior, a hero, and where I'm from, you're the closest friend of Doom's greatest enemy. You have shamed him time and time over. Doom is a petty usurper of powers far grander than himself. Speaking as one who felt the universe writhe in his clenched fist, this power should not be left to a mortal, as such he is. So you telling me all this shit is fake? The whole Battleworld is just a bunch of baloney? No, it's real. It's as real as anything. It's just not reality as it should be. Doom convinced you to live on your knees every day of this life. He's beating you as you lie there. This is a painful, heartless truth. And it begs one question. Are you just gonna die here, or are you gonna stand up?
And the Thing's big ass breaks out the shield. Bro just got told the truth and he's about to get active. We see the Prophet with his army of non-believers standing in front of Castle Doom. It's revealed that he was Maximus the whole time. He orders his army to attack, and an all-out war begins. Doom's forces is wiping them out with ease. So Captain Marvel tells Mr. Sinister we're switching sides. So they start attacking all the goblins, betraying the Goblin Queen, aka Madeline Pryor. She looks back like, why are the Sinister switching up? But before she can even process what's going on, she gets kicked in the face by Captain Marvel. You always had the heart of a traitor, Sinister. Why would you do this shit? I actually have no heart at all. For while we attacked you, the betrayal was Captain Marvel's idea. I had better reasons. Like, I can't stand that tacky outfit you're wearing. Bro started stomping her out because he's not rocking with the fit. Doing that shit made him feel much better. But then out of nowhere, someone attacked him with an explosion to the back. But they didn't stop there. They also sliced off his head. It's revealed to be Nemesis. He tells Sinister someone would like a word with him. And it's revealed to be Apocalypse, who's been fiending for a war to pop off. Because for him, this is time to prove who's really strong and who's weak. We then cut to the Thor Corps, who are having a little civil war between Doom loyalists and the unfaithful. Them boys are going at it. Jane Foster stops the fight to talk to every Thor. Brothers, sisters, you know in your heart that my words are true. You have been deceived. God Doom is not great. He is not even good. So who will come with me and do battle? Who will come with me so we might smite that god? That Captain Irwin-ass speech got the Thor Corps on board, and Jane Foster leads them to battle, betraying Doom. Doom's like, damn, the Thors hold me. They start jumping Apocalypse, but Apocalypse is holding his own, and he's low-key beating their ass. Mid-fight, they all stop and look up to see a big-ass ship. We find out the person on board is Maestro Hulk. Maestro orders all his world breakers to go break the world. So all these Hulks jump off the ship.
Smash, 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 smash.
We then cut to Project 42, and the Maker talks about how his perfect plan worked flawlessly. The Prophet starting this war successfully distracted everyone. So now Mr. Fantastic, the Maker, and a small team can steal the most valuable thing left in the multiverse. Star-Lord lets them know that he can probably pilot their ship undetected. With that being said, the Maker tells Mr. Fantastic that Maximus's army is gonna get whacked quickly. So it's time for Reed to unleash his secret plans. Reed tells him that it's not actually his plan at all, and he calls T'Challa. Yo, T'Challa, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, Reed. Has everything started?
Yes, we're preparing to leave right now. Are you ready?
Bet, I'm almost ready. I'm finna get this shit popping.
Well, good luck.
You too, Reed.
Listen, T'Challa, if this doesn't work, if we fail, then that will mean this is the end, and
then I will see you on the other side, my friend. Trust me, death is just a different kind of journey to the land that I am king of. Until then, Reed, good luck.
And he hangs up the phone. Black Panther and Namor walk up to the wall of the shield. T'Challa tells Namor to stay with the courageous device. Then he slides down closer to the wall, and he throws 3 bombs at it. Boom! Destroying the wall. We then see Marvel zombies making their way out. They try to eat T'Challa, but he orders them to kneel. They instantly start kneeling. Listen to me. It is said that one who travels through a siege courageous is granted a new life, a second chance, an opportunity to be something better, something more. Come with me. We will travel through it to the greatest battle any world has ever seen. Together, we will face a false god and strike him down. Do you know what they call what is waiting on the other side? Glory and honor.
Hold on a minute. I totally feel compelled to follow you, but maybe we should think about this.
The zombies debate if they want to keep eating brains or they want glory and honor. Namor hits one of them with this trident. Why the hesitation, monsters? Your king is waiting for an answer.
Glory and honor?
Glory and honor! Glory and honor! Glory and honor! Glory and honor! All the zombies choose glory and honor, ready to head into battle with the king of the dead, T'Challa. On the battlefield, there's nothing but death and destruction. Everybody's squabbling. While they do that, the Maker, Mr. Fantastic, and Star-Lord are flying to Castle Doom. Reed's like, remember, get us there undetected. Hey, don't worry about it, that's no problem. As soon as he said that, a Hulk jumped up and destroyed a piece of his ship, and they start flying out of control. Remember what I said about getting us there in one piece? Yeah? You might want to hold on to something. Back on the battlefield, the Maestro calls out for God Emperor Doom.
Can you see me from your castle, Doom? For the Maestro is here, and I have brought the entire Green North to your lands. I have waited a long time for this day, and when I am done with the armies below, I am coming for you, God. I am.
He stops talking as someone unexpected appears behind him. It's revealed to be the Thing's big ass.
What the hell is this?
Well, obviously, I'm a big ass orange guy here for the smoke. And the Thing crushes the Maestro's ship with his hand, smashing it on the ground. Sue is watching this all go down. She's like, oh my gosh. And just to make shit worse, the rebels have reached the castle. Sue looks back at her man like, what you finna do? I think it's a little too late, mommy. And Valeria points at someone. We see this big ass foot stomp on some rebels. It's Franklin riding Galactus, and he pulls up on the Thing, ready to squabble. We then see that the Maker, Mr. Fantastic, and Star-Lord crashed into the castle. Both the Reeds go to travel deeper in the castle, while Star-Lord stays back to fix the ship. I'll be waiting here, all alone in this creepy-ass castle. Back outside, the Thing and Galactus square up. You want to save yourself some trouble and give up?
You wish, Squirt. Time for bed.
And the Thing hits him with a left hook to the jaw. Franklin, my baby! What are you waiting for? Put an end to this.
I will, but not yet. Grim was the shield. And if the shield has fallen,
That was a nice punch, but you're gonna need a lot more than that to knock me out.
Well, then I got bad news for you, Squirt. There's a lot more than just me coming.
Then everybody on that battlefield feels rumbling and tumbling.
Yes, here they come.
It was Thanos arriving with the Annihilation Horde. After seeing that, God Doom instantly teleports to the battlefield. Well, you've done it now. Do you see that God is here, my father? And he's totally in a bad mood. And so am I! Galactus hits Thing with his laser eyes.
Ah!
That's when the Thing realizes that Franklin is on top of Galactus.
Wait, hold on, you're Susie's kid?
Yeah, that's me, Franklin Von Doom. Now come on! Realizing that, Ben doesn't want to fight him. It just doesn't seem right to him. He tells Franklin,
You do what you gotta do, kiddo.
So Franklin punches up, destroying his entire upper body, killing the Thing. Sue's like, oh my gosh, what did you just do? Damn, that looked like some shit out of a movie. Valeria then looks at her mama. Do you trust me? Yes. Do you love me more than anything no matter what? You're my daughter, Valeria. Of course I do. Then mama, come with me. Back with Star-Lord, we see that Black Swan has found his ass. Star-Lord looks at her like, just chill. And how about you go back where you came from? Instead, she smacks him through a wall. My spleen. My spleen. Yeah, I know that shit hurt. Star-Lord grabs a blunt he's been holding on to since the end of the multiverse. There you are. He tells Black Swan, this is your last chance. If you get your ass up out of here, I promise you I won't use this. One final empty threat. What a fool you are. You're bleeding on God's throne, little man. Time to die. I bet. Just remember, I told you so. Say hello to my little friend. And he plugs that blunt into the bottom of the world tree. The world tree starts growing hands and getting bigger. It slowly starts standing up while saying something.
I am Groot!
That little ass shit turned into Groot and he breaks out the castle. Franklin's like, oh shit. At the same time, Valeria is taking her mom to the secret cave under Castle Doom. And on the way there, they run into Mr. Fantastic and the Maker. Valeria, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Hello, Susan. The couple from another lifetime finally meets again. Back on the battlefield, Doom stands before Thanos.
Enough!
Thanos,
Doom,
you brought down the wall, pierced the shield I so carefully and costly built. For what? This? You wish to be the Baron of Waste. Very well. I permit you to keep the Horde if you can find your faith. Call it an endowment of goodwill. If not,
you offer me a gift? Me? You forgot I was a god once as well. The Infinity Gauntlet gave me that power. And when I was a god, I did not use those powers as a mortal would, as you have, saving what you can. No, I wielded them as a god should, in judgment of all living things. You are a weak god, a pretender. It is you who should bow to me.
Doom's like,
shit, I don't see an Infinity Gauntlet on your hand right now.
I do not, yet I remain Thanos, the great tyrant. And for you, that will be enough.
Doom is sick of that shit talk and he punches a hole in Thanos' chest, grabbing Thanos' spine, ripping out his skeleton.
It appears all that shit you was talking about was untrue.
This might be the coldest shit Doom has ever done. Doom then orders the Annihilation Horde to devour the people attacking his castle. But right when he says that, a golden doorway appears on the battlefield. Everybody's like, what the hell is that? Hold on, I see something coming through. No! Mad Marvel zombies start coming out screaming glory and honor. Victor! Your reign is over, and it ends with us. Black Panther and Namor have arrived, looking cool as shit. Not looking too good for my boy God Emperor Doom. Doom looks at Black Panther and Namor.
T'Challa, you're definitely behind this shit.
Namor like, I help too. Also, we're putting an end to this madness. T'Challa basically tells Doom that everything he built is fake. He's not no god, he's a phony. Then he raises his gauntlet. Goodbye, Victor. Turning him into glass. And for the cherry on top, Namor throws his trident, shattering Doom. But they know that taking out Doom cannot be that easy. Then we see Doom slowly reforming himself.
That hurt.
Then he fires a blast at them. Ah! Namor takes the heat while my boy Black Panther dodged it. Let's get this shit started.
No, let's finish this and do so as gods on the earth, in the sky, in the heavens above.
Back with Sue, she remembers Reed, but not as her husband, but as the man that killed Stephen Strange. Of course you know me from a picture. I had nothing to do with Stephen's death. It was Doom. You mean God? I mean Victor. And however well-intended this world of his is, I mean to put things back to the way they're supposed to be. I mean to end the charade, because this is not the life we're supposed to have. Not Val, not me, and certainly not you, Susan. Who are you? Really? My name is Reed Richards, and I'm the one that fixes things. Then Reed and the Maker proceed to walk into the White Room. Did you bring me something to eat, Reeds? Damn, I'm sorry, Owen, but I didn't bring anything. How are you feeling? Oh, I'm starving. I'm sure you are. An infinite number of missing mouths not being fed will do that, but I think I can help you out. The Maker gets confirmation from Reed that Molecule Man is the source of Doom's power. So now that he knows that, he pulls out a device. And when he activates it, it puts Reed in a temporal bubble. The Maker betrayed his counterpart, making him go backwards in evolution, turning Reed into a monkey. I suppose I could apologize for this betrayal, but I saw you almost crying up there with that woman who isn't your wife, and I just couldn't tolerate that kind of weakness. What's the end game here? Nostalgia for something that was never yours anyway? Really, Reed? Who's interested in a weepy god? Molecule Man looks at him deviously. Me! The Maker looks shocked. Then Molecule Man turns him into multiple slices of pizza. Hit him with the Little Caesar special, killing the Maker and getting lunch in the process. After doing that, he tells Reed to lock in, cause Doom will be here soon. Back outside, we see Black Panther and Doom still squabbling. But even with that Infinity Gauntlet, Doom still overpowers T'Challa and starts whipping his ass. Boom! Rocking him in the jaw. But Doom is shook when he sees that T'Challa is smiling. We were just buying time, and you fell for that shit. Doom realizes all this was a distraction, and he instantly teleports to the cave.
Richards! You had to meddle, didn't you? Of course you did. You're the meddler. Let me guess. You built another amazing great machine.
No, I just came to convince Owen that perhaps there's a better solution to all this than you.
A better solution? I saved millions. Owen saved millions. When all you could do is save yourself, not even your family.
How dare you!
Haven't you been paying attention, Reed? I dare quite a bit. I dare to choose between living and dying for millions. And now, I'll choose for you as well.
And he tries to use his powers to snap at Reed, but to his surprise, that shit doesn't work.
What the hell? Mr. Reese?
Molecule Man says, did you bring me something to eat, Victor?
No.
Then that makes the two of you equal, doesn't it? Fair's fair, right? He basically said y'all gotta run fair once. Reed likes the sound of that. Ah! He eats an attack from Doom, then wraps around his body.
How dare you put your hands on me?
Yeah, shit's not so easy when you're not omnipotent.
Alright, easy? You think all of this was easy? I've always had power, Reed. Nothing has been easy.
You know what's not easy? Having your life erased because someone wants to indulge themselves. You made yourself God, and the first thing you did was replace me.
The first thing I did was offer salvation.
You stole my family!
And you think you're better than I am.
No, Victor, You're wrong. I've always believed you could be better than what you are.
No, I mean now, this moment. If you had this power, you think you could solve it all. Solve everything. You think you could have done so much better. Don't you? Don't you?
Yes, and we both know it, don't we? That statement got Doom shook.
Yes. Damn you. Now die.
But Molecule Man was listening the whole time. Okay then, if you both agree.
Wait, no.
So he explodes Battleworld. Everyone is dying as the world fades to white. But before everything wipes out, Black Panther grabs either the Time Stone or the Reality Stone, and he holds it tight. He survives the destruction, arriving on Wakanda. We see some Wakandians looking at the map of a solar system. They look over and spot their king, Black Panther. T'Challa tells these Wakandians that all other societies only care about money. They abandoned their exploration of space. So we, Wakanda, must do more, go farther, to somewhere no human has ever been. He tells them to look up. Wakanda will now start focusing on space. They will drag humankind forward by exploring the stars. 8 months later, on the prime Earth of the Marvel Universe, Molecule Man thanks Miles for giving him that hamburger and says he owes him one. We find out Molecule Man resurrected his mom in this prime universe. Because if y'all didn't know, Miles' mom died in the Ultimate Universe. Molecule Man came in clutch. And just to keep the W's coming, Miles and Peter are now in the same universe. So we got two Spider-Men protecting New York City now. We get an explanation on how the multiverse was able to come back. Basically, Molecule Man gave Reed Richards the powers of a god at the end of his battle with Dr. Doom. And his son Franklin has always been a universe shaper, aka a dreamer. He gives his dad ideas for new universes, and Reed throws them into their own reality. They slice off a piece of Molecule Man with it as an anchor for each universe, which in the process is also healing him, making him better. Reed is there with his family watching it all go down. Dad, can I ask you a question? Of course. Are we not superheroes anymore? Yup, no more superheroes for a while, just science. And no more Mr. Fantastic, just Dad. That doesn't sound too bad. Okay, gonna go play now. Reed then thinks about Ben and Johnny. They can't be with us. They shouldn't be. Their act isn't anywhere close to being finished. Still, it was enough, Reed. The life raft broke, and I thought we were done. And then you saved us. Well, I had some help, and that help brought me just enough time to fix so many things I've been wrong about. I learned that the difference between living and dying is managing fear, not being so afraid of losing the things you love that you hold them too tight. I used to believe in universal contraction and the end of all things. Well, I changed my mind. I'm letting go because now I believe in expansion. I believe we endure. Don't you see? Everything lives. Essentially what he's saying is everyone gets a second chance. Even Dr. Doom. He even blessed him, giving him his face back. And that, boys and girls, is the end of the story. This was a beautiful story, start to finish. By far one of the best Marvel has ever produced. I don't know how the hell they're gonna pull off this story in the Avengers movie, but I'm happy to see them try. Let me know your thoughts on this story in the comments, and also drop what other comics you want me to do. But on that note, follow my other socials, and I'm gonna see y'all boys and girls next time.